morning. Welcome to a brand new episode of Heart Jar Moments. I'm Gina D, the founder of Healing Heart TV, and this is a series where I share some life experiences with you, and I do it in order to inspire you, plant a seed in you, or remind you of something you may already know. So today what I've pulled out of the jar is, what are you doing with your free time? Create something and stop being passive. So stay tuned and we'll talk about that. Welcome back. As you've noticed, I've changed locations again. And you know what? This happened to me about 2 weeks ago before I did my workshop with Dr. Joe. And I was really frustrated that day. They were working on the road at my house and I thought they were done this morning, but the truck showed up again while I shot the intro. And I'm keeping that intro because it's a point I want to make and just something I want to share with you, that I really physiologically am changing due to the meditation work that I've been doing. I have such a calm heart rate. Typically I would get pretty upset about that or just frustrated, you know, that sense of frustration, and my heart would be beating and I'd be like, ugh. But I got to tell you that I feel so peaceful and so calm, and it helps keep me fresh, and then I get to go find a new spot. So here I am in a new spot that I found in the neighborhood. And it's great, and I'm among the trees, and it just feels really good, and it feels quiet, and I feel like I could talk to you a little bit more intimately even. So let's get back to today's subject. It's what are you doing with your free time? Create something and stop being passive. This reminds me of when I was in probably my 30s, and I was working in Hollywood. I had a freelance career. I still do. I always have had a freelance career. But when I was working on TV series, you know, we worked a lot of hours, 60, 70-hour work weeks. Weekends were pretty limited because we were trying to recuperate from the week. Couldn't make plans during the week because you never really knew what time you would get off, and you just had to commit yourself fully to the show. And then when the show would end, you know, we'd work for like maybe 6 months, 9 months, then we'd had all this free time. And honestly, I didn't know what to do with my free time. I wasn't really creating anything outside of my work. And I would get really depressed sometimes about that. And I don't know when it really started, probably in around 2000 when I started doing some self-actualization work in the early part of, you know, 2001, 2002, and just started creating little things here and there. But really now I'm so filled and consumed with creating new things and new experiences. So when I say create, you know, create something, in addition to maybe doing artwork or music or something like that that you love to do, and maybe you haven't done it for a while and you just need to get back started doing that, what about creating experiences? Creating experiences for yourself, creating experiences for your family, for your friends, you know, creating an event, helping out with somebody. Those are also creations. And I want to give a shout out to Jasmine Freeman, who's a really good friend of mine, and a beautiful, beautiful soul who gives of her heart. She has 4 kids, a beautiful husband, and they have a wonderful marriage, but she's always creating something new and giving of herself to others, and she's doing some great service work. You know, she created this idea, because everything that happens in our life, everything that manifests starts with an idea, and that's creation. So we are all creators. You know, you don't say you're not creative, because you are. Everything that's happening in your life you've created, whether it's good or bad. But let me get back to Jasmine. Jasmine has started, well, she has several years ago, she started volunteering and helping out with lots of different groups. But one group in particular is a youth group in Peru. And she has gone about 4 times now to Peru to help these kids that live in these barrios that are very underprivileged, and some of them are in detention centers. And I want to give a shout out because I know yesterday their team was in Peru and they were helping serve the kids in the detention center. They had their sessions, and then after the sessions were over, there was a fire in the detention center, and 5 of the kids that was on their team that they were actually working with that yesterday died and perished in the fire. And it's a sad thing, but you know, there's other kids who survived who are in hospital right now, and they need money because in Peru, if you don't have insurance and these kids don't, they actually will not get care. It's not like the US where if you don't have insurance, you're still going to get help and you're still going to get care. Down there, these kids won't. And so Jasmine, because she created this idea of herself of being someone who helps and someone who volunteers, is now able to help these kids and help other living beings. And now she's spreading it around, and because she knows how to create videos, so she creates Facebook videos and talks about it. So I'm going to give a link to that, and you could maybe help Jasmine and these wonderful kids out. But really the idea is, what are you creating? You know, if you're spending too much time watching television during the night, you know, that's time you could be creating something. And you could be spending time meditating and creating, because that's really what meditating is getting to know yourself and creating something new for yourself. So I would like to encourage you to do that, and just ask yourself, is there something that you love to do that you haven't done for a while that you like to create? And when you get into that state of being, the feeling that you get from creating what you love, you feel joy, you feel peace. And now what you're creating is a beautiful world around you, and you're helping others. So that's my thing for today. It's Friday. I hope you have a fabulous weekend and you have fun creating whatever it is you're going to create. So please continue to watch the videos, share, comment, like. It's really turning into something special for me, and I love the communication with you. And like I said, just be joyful and have a great weekend.